皆さん、また来てくださってありがとうございます。こちらはマンハッタンニューヨーク金曜日の午後です。ということでね、今日の動画は先週の土曜日に起こった事件なんですけど、やっぱり国境から入ってきたギャング、違法移民がまたやらかしたってことで、もう本当にブルーステートであるニューヨークは、もう本当にね、もういい加減にしてほしいっていう感じなんですね。で、これがやっぱり、警官を殴ったんですよね。で、警官を蹴って暴行を働いたんですけど、結局、すぐに、出されて、本当にベールも何もなしなんですよ。保釈金も何もなしで、堂々とまた、我々の税金で賄われてる施設に戻されて、悠々と昼間にスリを働くっていう、こういう何もされないっていうことに関して、やっぱり庶民はもう本当に呆れ返ってるんですね、この政権に。ということで、これにまつわって、やっぱり全国的に起こっていることなので、ちょっと問題になったんですね。ちょっとバズったんですよ。ということで、この動画見てください。どうぞ。
5 illegal immigrants beating up 2 cops.
Well, he was
which
one
led
of them.
to the arrest of these people. He was one of them.
Yeah.
And this is so wrong on so many levels. 5 people who have come into our country illegally, who are being taken care of by taxpayer dollars, kept in shelters and in hotels in New York. They attack 2 police officers. They get arrested, and then they get let out with zero bail. Not even a dollar. These people are just let out, which is the idea of these sort of big city progressive prosecutors that we got to be fair by not requiring bail of poor people. Well, we've now put back on the street 5 people who have shown what they think of the American justice system and what they think of what behavior is appropriate when they come into our country.
Mm-hmm. So there's a good chance they'll never be deported.
But also, don't you think that those 3 that are out already, they're already back in shelters that you're paying for?
Right.
And that's pretty gross. What better sentence that sums up the Biden administration than this one? Illegal immigrant mob beats up officers released immediate without bail. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's in one sentence. You got it right there. You don't even need to pay 30 seconds for a commercial for it. Paul Morrow, the Fox News contributor, former NYPD officer, said today that there's indication, he's heard from sources there in the police force, that there's organized pickpocketing happening by Venezuelan gangs. What do we know that Biden did? He said, okay, if you're Venezuelan, you can come because we feel bad for you because things are terrible.
They paroled them.
Things are terrible there, right? So you get to come and you get to live here and you get to do this to our people.
We're paying for this, you guys. We're paying for this. We're paying for illegals to beat the crap out of our cops. That's the Democrat Party. You're paying for that.
The good news, though, is that Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, she's considering, you guys, maybe deporting those people.
Oh, is she considering it? Oh,
she was asked during a presser. Dang it! Why does this? But yeah, she was asked during a press conference about this beating and asked, should those illegals be deported? And she said, I think that's something that should be looked at.
Oh, you think? You think, Kathy? Oh my God. Okay. Well, and then that guy gives the finger to everybody. You know what? We deserve it. We deserve the middle fingers from these people. We deserve it.
I guess we do.
Yeah, we do, because we voted. People, listen, American citizens voted these asshats in that are like creating the policies that are making these people flood across the border. And then they give us the finger, us, the tax-paying, law-abiding American citizens that are providing all of these things for these lawbreakers. And also the people who create the laws. We're paying for them to live. We're paying for their Mac Daddy pensions. Everybody else gets everything. We get screwed. And they look at us and they're like, get bent. The illegals are doing it. The legislators are doing it. They're all looking at us and they're all giving us the finger. All of them. But you know what? You get the government you deserve, right?
I mean, we don't deserve it.
I know.
We know better, but it's so frustrating that we have so many morons voting.
This is the thing. It's like we're outnumbered.
Workers, what should be done in their reaction to the incident? Do you blame President Biden for that?
I do, because the wall was being built. Then it got stopped. Honestly, I think we have to protect the border more. We need to know who's here, and I'm a diehard Democrat, and I'm saying that.
Your thoughts on who's to blame for this migrant crisis we're seeing in the city?
The government. You know why the government is to blame? Because they let them in. And the only way they can get in is through the government.
Who do you blame specifically?
Joe Biden.
Why?
I blame Joe Biden because Donald Trump didn't let no migrants in.
President Biden. Why? Because the border's wide open.
There's a guy named Joe Biden.
Is that who you blame?
That's where everything started about 4 years ago.
I blame the White House. They could do a heck of a lot more than what they're doing to close the border.
The governor here says they should be deported, particularly these guys who attack the cops. Do you support deporting these people?
If they don't have the credentials to be able to adapt into society, then deport them back to where they belong.
They need to go back. They need to get deported. I mean, they're not here legally. We've got to deport them. We got to get rid of them, but I don't know how to do it once they get in here. So we got a mess, don't we?
Deported, or stop allowing them to come to our city and bringing that they garbage over here. We don't need that. We already got our own system going on. People are already in the shelter for 3-4 years. It's not fair. They got to leave once somebody else come from somewhere else.
All those guys are out. They're 19-year-old Venezuelans beating the cops.
They belong deported into their jail in Venezuela.
Biden has the authority to close this border today if he wanted to. He lacks the will to get the job done. He lacks the capacity to see the problem for what it is and to get the job done. And so the American people are basically left scrambling, and they're left to have to deal with this all on their own. Now, we've done a lot. FHP troopers, since 2021, they've intercepted 150,000 illegal aliens. And they have been instrumental in generating over 2,000 human trafficking and human smuggling charges in the state of Texas. So if Texas is helping to erect barriers, putting up razor wire, doing other things to keep illegal aliens out, I want to be helpful with them doing that. I don't want to be part of the federal government trying to tear down these barriers and let more people in illegally. This is crazy that this is the case. So today, we are going to fortify our presence along the southern border. We're providing up to 1 battalion of Florida National Guard, as well as our first ever deployment of the Florida State Guard. And the goal is to help Texas fortify this border, help them strengthen the barricades, help them add barriers, help them add the wire that they need to so that we can stop this invasion once and for all. And the states have to band together.